What's up, y'all? It's really interesting, really wasn't even expecting to really hop on here too much. I was just kind of talking to some homies. I was drinking a little beer. So great here. But yeah, the whole Charlie Kirk situation. It's just insane. Like I had one homie that really doesn't mess with Charlie Kirk, and I respect everybody's opinions. So, you know, he kind of said what he had to say about it. And I just thought about it in general, and I was just like, dang, like, for me, I like to think about it like we're all in this, kind of bubble where, like, I don't know, I guess maybe I'm ignorant, I like to think of it like we're all in this some type of bubble where we all get to be able to say how we feel. When you hop online and everything, you get to tell your opinion, and hopefully other people will tell their opinions as well. You guys can come together to try to figure out what's possibly like the best solution, for not only you and your family, but like for society. And a lot of times I feel like that's kind of how I think everything should be, so I think that's how things are. But like it's moments like this that make me understand that, it's really not like that. It's really not like that. Uh, open mindedness is kind of like a myth, almost in a way. Like, I mean, I think the strongest people are the ones that can hear out any type of discourse, and be able to actually come to it with some type of sound conclusion. Be able to come to it with some type of logic. Be able to come to it with some type of facts. To me, that's strength. And I haven't I'm not gonna lie, I haven't locked into anything Charlie Kirk's been on for like a year. I'm not promoting Charlie Kirk in any way or anything like that. It's just for me, I want to hear the people who don't sound like me. You know? I want to hear the people who have differing opinions than me. Because how can I learn from those who also know what I know? The only way you can learn is from somebody who understands something or sees something in a different light that you don't know. And to me, this was one of those situations that was crazy because I did drop like maybe like 10 or so Charlie Kirk videos of them having discussions. I guess him talking to college students at you know at campuses and everything like that. But I did just want to go live. I saw this was going on, and I was just like, maybe we should touch on it. Maybe we should take a look at it because to me this is a dangerous president. You know, to me this says something. This says something that you wouldn't necessarily. Sorry, I'm looking at this, but this says something about what you can say and what you can't say. It does. It speaks on what opinions you can have and you can't have. And don't get me wrong, I think there's levels to everything. I think there's high degrees, and I think there's low degrees. I would say obviously, for instance, something like somebody should be able to have the speech to really say how they feel, for instance, on any platform or wherever not even any platform. If the platform doesn't agree, but whatever platform they're on, what I'm saying, I feel like people should be able to, what I'm saying, say their views and everything like that. But at the same time, I wouldn't be the type of person to say you could do things like incite, like violence or, anything like that, like online. I don't think that's something that should be allowed. So I think there's a A to Z. I think there's a spectrum between it. But what I don't think will ever do anything for us as a people is eliminating people who have a voice. Sometimes people have a voice for a reason. And maybe you don't understand that reason at that moment, but there are people that also understand it too. So it's always good to come together and actually be able to communicate about it. So you can either prove them wrong, tell them why they're wrong, tell them why they're right, hear why they're right, hear why they're wrong, all of that. But what the worst thing is, and I don't know if you guys have ever had any issues with friends or anything like that. The worst thing is when people don't talk about anything and then they end up around each other. Like the worst thing is not when people are communicating. It's when people are not communicating, you know? So I just hope that maybe like this can either I hope that people can learn a lot from this. I'm really sorry that happened to Charlie Kirk cuz I've seen a lot, like I said, I've seen a lot of his videos. I've reacted to a lot of his videos. So, for me it's like wow. I really didn't see this one coming. But yeah, let's just get into it a little bit. Maybe like kind of figure out what's going on cuz I really don't know what's going on either. So yeah, shoot. Hey, guess I got this. But cheers to you guys. It's crazy, right? It's like I've been watching Vikings Ragnarok lately, so like it makes me feel like the mug is cool. All right. Let's see.
Turning Point USA, Charlie
Okay.
Kirk has been shot. He was shot while he was hosting an event on the campus of Utah Valley University. This video shows the moments before he was shot. A huge crowd gathered around him. He'd been speaking for about 20 minutes before he was struck, according to a spokesperson for the university. The university says that the suspect fired at Kirk from a building about 200 yards away. The FBI says in a statement that agents will be responding on the scene. The shooting drawing reaction from across the political spectrum this hour. Donald Trump posted this, quote, "We must all pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot," end quote. California's Governor Gavin Newsom says, quote, "The attack on Charlie Kirk is disgusting, vile, and reprehensible. In the United States of America, we must reject political violence in every form." The fact
You know, that's the craziest part about it is when people really don't have a way to handle things politically, when people really don't have a way to articulate the way that they feel, you know, they turn to these things. They turn to name calling, calling your names. They turn to saying bad things about you, kind of like making your name look bad, things like that. And it's really because people don't have arguments for the things that they actually support. Because a lot of the things that they actually support are extremely emotional and they don't actually have any factual background for a lot of the things that they support. So, you end up in that situation. Now, that could be Charlie Kirk. That could be people against Charlie Kirk. But just the point that I'm saying is people feel very threatened, when they feel like they feel something should be such a type of way, and you factually let them know why that isn't what's best. And I mean, it's just this is just ridiculous to me. This is ridiculous. Let's see if we can find something that will really give us a good insight. This is just kind of a depressing stream. Yeah. This says Charlie Kirk is he unalived. Oh, he might be ooh. Yeah, I'm in the theater. I'm just seeing it come in, like, you know, like, geez, but I'm gonna leave it here. Like, I'm gonna just say, I hope that whether you agree or you disagree with Charlie Kirk, I hope you understand that violence is never a way. Intellectual debate on policy. Policy is debate that's handled, not guns. I mean, this is what it is. I'm gonna clock out. I mean, I think it's crazy. I know y'all can't see, but I'm looking at like just like YouTube videos, like scrolling down. I'm just seeing a lot that he was unalived. Craziness. But all right, I'm gonna check in with you guys. I'm gonna start going live and hope you guys have an amazing day and stay blessed.